Hi, my name is Jonathan Fibus, and this is my oral presentation on Heidegger. First off, I will begin with some background information. Martin Heidegger was one of the most influential German philosophers of the 20th century. He was born on September 26, 1889, and he lived to be about 87 years old and died on May 26, 1976. He was born in Megkirch, Germany. He was born into a family that wasn't the wealthiest, I would say, and they were actually one of the he was part of one of the poorer classes in the town. Heidegger was a great student, but was unfortunately unable to go to college. His family couldn't afford it. A few years later, though, he basically ended up attending Freiburg University. It was basically paid off by the church. They ended up doing all the financial issues. Um, he was a professor at Freiburg and even had offers from other universities throughout his career, even Marburg. He became rector of the university on April 21st, 1933, and about 2 weeks later, Heidegger decided to join the Nazi party on May 1st, 1933. He became a huge supporter of the Nazi Party and Hitler himself, and during the time of the Nazi Party, he was very enthusiastic about participating and wanted the position to himself as the philosopher of the party. This was hard, however, because he had competition such as Alfred Rosenberg. The first question I'm going to answer today is, what role did Heidegger want the German university to play in the overcoming of nihilism and the revitalization of the German nation? Heidegger thought the Nazi evolution would help humanity start over. He believed that there needed to be a necessary cleanse in order for betterment. The Nazi Party was necessary for natural cleansing. He agreed with the Nazi Party on this. He did agree on some other things as well, though. His thoughts were that there were lack of ethics, including the fact that there wasn't any truth, justice, or morality. Finally, he didn't agree with the nihilism because he believed in ethical cleansing. This is where he agrees with the Nazi Party, even though some of his beliefs were different from the party as well. When dealing with the Jewish citizens, Heidegger thought that they could be dealt with through education, through the university. That's how they would basically be better. Where the Nazi Party blamed them for everything wrong in the world and basically took care of them through genocide. The second question I'm going to answer is, how would the faculty and students to be trained or adapted to this task? Heidegger wanted the support from his faculty and students when dealing with his philosophies. He addressed a lot of his students and faculty in his writings. He also cared deeply in the growth of students and faculty as well. Like any philosopher, Heidegger just wanted people to follow his beliefs. That's a typical way to live for the philosophers. In the long run, he believed that if he could get the students and faculty to think and have the ideas like him, then that could transfer off into basically um, having that idea spread throughout the entire country, and he would basically have the entire country think as he did, and that would, in his eyes, try to better the country as a whole. A way for the students and faculty to be trained was to use self-examination and to understand what it means to actually be. This would cause them to have true will, and it would actually drive them. Um, Heidegger wanted everyone to find their own ethical reason and to overcome the falseness throughout the entire world. So, um, and then finally, the third and final question to be answered is, what are the connections between Heidegger's philosophies and his goals as rector of the University at Freiburg? Um, his philosophies and goals as rector were basically they go hand in hand together. They were basically the same in my eyes. Heidegger believed in the laws of nature over having set rules. He believed that basically you should tend to your thoughts within, dealing with your more primal or animal responses. Um, he thought that people should act like they weren't under any restrictions and to go back, basically, like I said, to use their animal instincts. He was someone who was extremely focused on individualism. Everyone should be their own self and have thoughts of their own. He didn't want people to basically try to implant thoughts into everybody. Um, this is why he also concerned with people. This is why he was also concerned with people and their self-image or actualization. Finally, he believed in the fact that there is true self revelation, along with denying the falsehood in life. Those are the and these are what philosophies he drove off of. And then I just want to say thank you guys so much for listening to my oral presentation, and I hope everyone enjoyed it.